So every year I have the opportunity on Marathon Monday, but now pre-Marathon Wednesday, to highlight one of our charity partners. And there have been a number of fabulous charity partners I've had the opportunity to introduce throughout the years. And today I want to introduce a really special one and have them tell their story to you. And so I'm going to call up in a moment to the stage my friend Jackson Kigori, who is the founder of Nyaka. Now Jackson was born in a rural village in Uganda. And as I tell it, or as I understand, but he can tell it more accurately, he grew up with 5 siblings, and education was important to his family. And his father broke a pencil into 5 pieces and gave a piece to each one of his siblings. And that pencil brought him all the way here to New York City in the 1990s to Columbia University. And as a part of his giving back, he founded in 2001 Nyaka in his home village in Uganda, in rural Uganda, to help educate the students of Uganda, and particularly orphan students. And so there are grannies who help to educate and bring up these villages in Uganda, and the money that they help to raise here through their marathon team, and they've been a part of our group since 2018, with 22 runners this year, help to support these small villages in Uganda. And so I would love to call up to the stage Jackson to tell his story. Jackson is not running this year, but has run 3 years, and you'll see his 2019 marathon shirt. But to tell the really special story of just one of thousands of stories that we're going to hear over the coming days. So, Jackson, over to you.
No pressure, right? Thank you so much, Christine, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, Rob, for your leadership. Thank you to all of you who bring runners to New York City every single year to run for a cause. Usually I would start with a pencil story, but now Christine copied my notes and told me. And earlier today, somebody asked me, does your program involve running? Ladies and gentlemen, when you grow up where I grew up, you run to school every single day. And as a kid in the 1970s, I would run 7.5 miles in the morning, go to school, 7.5 miles in the evening to come back home. And that running helped me develop endurance when an opportunity came to run 2019. Here is show and tell. I was able to complete all 5 barrels, running and walking. I stood at every single bridge and took a picture. I posted on Instagram and WhatsApp. I reached the people in my village while I was doing it. In 2019, I again ran 19. During COVID, we organized a virtual marathon in Uganda and in Michigan where I live, and we were able to run virtually, and for the first time ever in Uganda, our local people in the villages where we work participated and got medals. Thank you to organizers. Each year, ladies and gentlemen, the team that organizes this marathon also provides us vintage shirts. We ran in 2024. I will be begging Christine in 2025 to give us 2024 leftovers, and our people wear them with a big smile and run. That was not in my notes. So we thank you, we appreciate you. It's such a privilege to be a speaker this year. We have attended this breakfast every year since we started working with New York Marathon organizers. And ladies and gentlemen, 600 charities. We multiply that impact all over the world. We are changing lives every step your runners take. Nyaka partnership happened because of amazing volunteers we work with all over this country. In 2017, December, we were meeting here in New York, and Mama Sherry, who is seated right there, and cornered former CEO and chairman, George Hush. Mama Sherry asked me if our organization had partnered with New York Marathon, and at that time we had not. She made a phone call, another phone call happened. Mama Sherry had been reached by Mark Mahoney, who is seated there, our former board members, who said this organization deserves to have some presence in New York. And since 2018, we have had runners come in and finish. We started with 5 runners scrambling to get them. We all went on our knees that they would finish. We all went on their knees that they would raise the money needed. And I'm happy to report that over the years, 92 runners, including this year, have all raised a minimum of $4,000 for Nyaka and have all finished, including me. The amount of money we have raised, ladies and gentlemen, for an average runner of our program, it's been $7,000 per runner. $650,000 US has been raised, but I'm going to transition it into Uganda money. That's over $2 billion shillings in Uganda shillings. You can clap for sure. Examples of what $650,000 has done. We are able to build 464 houses, so women can have children with shelter in these houses. We are able to provide 4,333 rainwater harvesting tanks. Water we take for granted is life and death in the villages where we operate. For school expenses, if we put that money towards just school expenses, 1,290 students will go to school as a result of these 5 barrels running. What's unique about our approach? When we are running here in New York, people are running in the villages where we operate. On Sunday, we will have them running. Grandmothers, 82-year-old, 70-year-old, on their stick, walking in solidarity with the New York Marathon runners in Nike shoes and hookahs and every shoe you can imagine. Barefoot, walking for the cause in solidarity. In the future, we want to continue serving these communities. As of now, we are serving 23,000 women. Each of them has a business. It can be basket making, it can be chicken raising. We empower these women so they can sustain themselves in the future. We are expanding these programs. We are continuing with partner with New York Marathon to provide microloans. We have even opened a bank for women in Nigeria. Thank you to you and all your team. But before I end my remarks, I would also like to tell you that a runner from Uganda who was an Olympic runner last year, Rebecca Chepugei, went and competed in Paris. When she went home to celebrate her wins and her celebration, her boyfriend from Kenya killed this woman. Rebecca died after competing in Olympics. Nyaka does a program to fight against sexual and gender-based violence. People who rape children, we put them to jail. So in honor of Rebecca in Uganda, as your runners run, we want to honor her. We want to keep fighting for every human being, especially girls who face these obstacles. She died because she was a woman whose boyfriend got jealous of her accomplishment and burnt her with acid. Those of you who don't know, this is the Uganda flag. So for Rebecca, rest in power.